A new Social Security estimate is getting major attention this week. The 2027 Cost of Living Adjustment, known as COLA, is now projected to rise to 3.9%. But before seniors expect a bigger check, there is one very important point. This is not official yet. Hello and welcome back. Today we are covering an important Social Security update for retirees, seniors, SSI recipients, disabled beneficiaries, survivors, caregivers, and families across the United States. A new projection from the Senior Citizens League says the 2027 Social Security COLA could rise to 3.9%, which would be higher than the 2.8% COLA for 2026. The estimate was released after new inflation data showed continued price pressure in the economy. This story matters because Social Security is not just a government program. For millions of Americans, it is a major part of monthly income. According to the Social Security Administration's April 2026 data, more than 71 million people were receiving Social Security benefits, and the average retired worker benefit was $2,081.16 per month. That means even a small percentage change in COLA can affect monthly budgets, grocery spending, utility bills, rent, healthcare costs, and retirement planning. The latest projection says the 2027 Social Security COLA could be 3.9%. If that estimate becomes official, the Senior Citizens League says the average retired worker's monthly benefit could rise by about $81.17, from $2,081.16 to $2,162.33. For a retiree receiving around $2,000 per month, a 3.9% increase would mean roughly $78 to $80 more per month, before any deductions, such as Medicare premiums. But this number is still only a projection. The official COLA for 2027 will be calculated later, using inflation data from the third quarter of 2026. The Social Security Administration explains that COLAs are based on changes in the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, known as CPI-W. The calculation compares the average CPI-W for the third quarter of the current year with the average CPI-W from the third quarter of the last year, in which a COLA became effective. So the key months to watch are July, August, and September 2026. The final number can still move higher or lower depending on inflation during those months. The reason this projection increased is inflation. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that in April 2026, the broader Consumer Price Index for all urban consumers rose 3.8% over the previous 12 months. Energy prices were a major factor, with the energy index up 17.9% over the year. Food prices were also higher, rising 3.2% over the last 12 months. Most important, for Social Security COLA, the CPI-W rose 3.9% over the 12 months ending April 2026. That CPI-W figure is important because it is the inflation measure used in the Social Security COLA formula. This is why the latest estimate is now pointing toward a possible 3.9% increase for 2027. For many retirees, a higher COLA sounds like good news, but it also signals a difficult reality. Prices are still rising. A COLA is not a bonus. It's designed to help Social Security benefits keep pace with inflation. The Social Security Administration describes COLAs as adjustments that help Social Security and SSI benefits keep up with rising prices. So, if the 2027 COLA is higher, it may help retirees receive a larger monthly benefit. But the same inflation that raises the COLA may also increase the cost of basic needs. That includes groceries, gas, electricity, rent, property taxes, insurance, prescription drugs, medical care, and Medicare-related costs. For ordinary seniors, this update is about monthly survival and future planning. An extra $80 per month may help some people cover part of a utility bill, pay for prescriptions, buy groceries, or handle transportation costs. But for seniors already facing high medical costs or housing expenses, the increase may not feel like enough. The Senior Citizens League warned that many seniors continue to feel financial pressure from Medicare premiums, housing costs, utilities, and groceries. It also reported that many older adults have cut back on some medical products or services because of cost. This is why the story is important. A larger COLA may help, but it does not automatically solve the pressure many retirees are facing. The most important point is this: 3.9% is a projection, not the official 2027 Social Security COLA. The official COLA will depend on inflation data from the third quarter of 2026. If inflation remains high during July, August, and September, the final COLA could stay close to this estimate. If inflation cools, the final number could be lower. For retirees and beneficiaries, the safest approach is to use this number as a planning estimate, not as guaranteed income. It is also important to understand that a higher COLA may increase monthly Social Security checks, but it may also reflect higher costs across the economy. In other words, the benefit increase may come because everyday expenses are already putting more pressure on households. For people on fixed incomes, this means budgeting carefully, watching Medicare premium announcements, reviewing prescription costs, and planning for possible changes in 2027. The 2027 Social Security COLA projection has now risen to 3.9%, according to the Senior Citizens League. If that estimate becomes official, many retirees could see a larger monthly benefit next year, but the final number is not confirmed yet. The official COLA will depend on inflation data later in 2026, and the Social Security Administration will make the official announcement after the required inflation data is available. For now, this is an important signal that inflation remains a major issue for seniors, retirees, and millions of Americans who depend on Social Security. Do you think a possible 3.9% Social Security COLA would be enough to help seniors deal with today's rising costs? Or do you think inflation is still moving faster than benefits? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this Social Security update useful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts below. Also, remember to verify benefit information through official sources such as the Social Security Administration before making financial or retirement decisions.